Yeah, we got a fire slate tomorrow, if I may say so.
Oh, yeah. Crack open a cold one. This is going to be a good one.
At 11 a.m., we're getting a classic. Fucking Dartmouth in Hanover, New Hampshire is hosting Lemoyne. Dartmouth lay of 5. This Dartmouth team's been a darling of ours. Lemoyne beat him by 36 last year. But yet Dartmouth's favored by 5. I think we take Dartmouth.
You know me, man. I like the home teams in these games because it's going to be a lunch crowd. It'll probably be elementary kids' day, just with coming up on the holiday season. Get these fucking jackass kids out of school, get them to the game, sit down, have some popcorn, Skittles, and make some noise. Yeah, Dartmouth, let's go.
I'm doing an 11 a.m. parlay.
I am too.
And it starts with fucking Dartmouth. Next, and this line I see has gone up. Sacred Heart is now laying 3.5 as they host the Albany Great Danes in Fairfield, Connecticut there. I am taking the dog here. This is the one, right? I mean, Albany bit us. They've lost 3 straight, right? I think Albany is a better team than Sacred Heart. So I'm not only going to take, you know what, for my parlay, I'm taking fucking Dartmouth, and I'm riding the plus 135 with these Great Danes in Fairfield, Connecticut. Oh, let's go. What are you doing here? We battling?
No, I'll go against my kids' theory here because Albany opened as a favorite, flipped all the way through. It's gone up to 3. Yeah, give me Albany.
3.5. I see 3.5 right now, dude.
Fade the CLV here. Let's go. Give me Albany. Too many.
Little lunchtime parlay with your liquid lunch. Let's go. Moving along. Abilene Christian's heading into Commerce, Texas, take on Texas A&M Commerce. AC's laid 8.5. Why is this line so short?
I mean, we did just have Commerce the other day. About back-to-back numbers around 7.5 failed to cover. I think they cover this one.
Abilene won by what, 19 last year?
Abilene's coming off. They've had quite a bit of time off.
I'll take the points. No bet. I don't like betting on the Chinese restaurant here. Next up, Mercyhurst. This I will bet. What the fuck is this? Binghamton is laying 7.5 at home against the Hospital 2.0? No. No. You know Binghamton is 315th in the nation shooting free throws. Mercyhurst at the Hospital, they have to pay attention to detail. 41st in the nation in free throw shooting. And then I just think some of the other numbers, like they're the better offensive rebounding team. They are just, to me, a better team. Their offensive rating is like 20 spots higher than Binghamton. Why the hell is Binghamton laying 7.5? Get this golf course bullshit out of here. I'm locking up Mercyhurst, and we're going to the Hospital. Let's go. Surprised we don't see Bieniek here.
I'll join you here. Give me Mercyhurst. Give me the Lakers. Let's go.
Let's go.
Dog.
The real Lake Show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited to watch this next game. I like in-state battles. It's South Carolina State against South Carolina Upstate. From my experience, I'd only heard like Upstate really just referred to in New York. But South Carolina, I just love the fact there's a school called South Carolina Upstate. This line, talk to me about this one. And this is calling down 0.5 point, by the way. South Carolina State -1.5 is what I'm seeing. I mean, I think South Carolina State's a much better team. But I'm a bit terrified of this line. Give me South Carolina State, but I'm not betting this, even though I want to watch it a lot. What are you doing here?
I like Upstate. They've beat them actually 4 in a row here. Man, I'm tempted. I'm locking Upstate. They're going to win this game, right? Courtney Love, baby. Let's go.
Moneyline Mac locking up Sparty. I'm staying away from that shit. I'm just going to watch it. Sit back, watch it. Stonehill, the Graveyard, heading into Lowell, Massachusetts, take on these phony-ass Riverhawks. You know I will never lay 13 points with UMass Lowell. Stonehill, you can talk me into a lock.
Yeah, I mean, they played last year. I remember them playing last year, and I remember Stonehill, covering. It was a 15.5-point line. They lost by 6.
Yeah, Stonehill's 0-5 on the road, Lowell 7-0 at home, but that's just like 13 points.
Yeah, but they've failed to cover back-to-back games as a favorite at home.
Let's bet this.
Let's go, Stonehill.
I want this Pilot. Where the hell's my sound drop?
I want this Pilot. It's a matter of national security.
All right, moving along. Fair Dick is in Philly. Take it on LaSalle and Fran Dunphy. Fran's laying 13.5. They did play a couple years ago, and LaSalle won by 26 points. Not sure how relevant that is for this game, because I think that was pre-Fran Dunphy, or it might have been year one. I can't remember. But, I mean, Fairleigh Dickinson is 0-7 on the road. I'm a Fran Dunphy guy. They're 4-0 at home. I just don't like laying a big, even when Fran was at Temple, I just don't like him as, I think he's a great basketball coach, but I just think it's just too much for me. It's just too much. Give me Fair Dick plus 13.5. No wager, though. What are you doing here?
Fair Dick, fringe lock. Check the picks page. They've covered 4 in a row. They have not won any of them, but they've been covering. I think this line's way too high for LaSalle.
You're locking this?
I'm going to make up my mind tomorrow. Later tonight. Got to feel it. Got to feel it out.
Shout out to Rocco. He's asking our thoughts on the Marty Richter experiment at Upstate there. Yeah. I mean, he was at wasn't he at Dunk City when they had their run? No, but he was at Gulf Coast, I thought, when they had their run. Right? Wasn't he an assistant? I thought he was an assistant at Gulf Coast.
He was, and he also was at, where else was he at? He was a juke guy too. He was at Chipola, South Dakota, Bowling Green. Yeah, he's a good coach. He's gonna get it going.
Yeah.
I just you got to see him against more similar competition in conference play to know, because they've gotten drilled a couple of these bye games here.
Yeah, but still, what about this one? Creighton, Michael Creighton, heading into Washington D.C. Ed Cooley, Clark paging the great Clark in the chat. The reason why I ask this is, what will the crowd be like? These Georgetown games, it's just growing up in DC and seeing what it is now. Yeah. This is at the Capital One Arena, and I'm like, man, how many people are gonna be at this game? But I love the Georgetown angle here with Creighton. Obviously, whenever they're away on the road, I like fading them often. But man, I just wonder, is this gonna be? Will this be even a Georgetown crowd? I feel like this, some of these games are so bad that it's there's like 200 people there, so like I'm going to take the Hoyas, but I'm not going to bet it. I know Clark's locking it up, but he's a Hoya fan through and through. What are you doing here?
I'll join you, Clark. Give me the Hoyas at home. I think they got some momentum off these last couple games, and Creighton back-to-back road spot, taking on Alabama. Now they're going up to DC. A lot of travel, and I think they're a little vulnerable. So yeah, give me the Hoyas. I think they're going to win the game outright.
I'm not playing it, but I'll offer some input here. Cooley did challenge the fan base. And I remember that because I was saying, well, you played Mount St. Mary's, St. Francis, Wagner, and Albany and UMBC. Like, nobody's showing up for those games. If the fan base is going to want to jump onto the wagon here and care and show that they're committed to this program under Cooley, they'll show up for the home opener. So that would be the angle for sure.
The problem is, though, I feel like you've seen this with a few different coaches over the years, like John Thompson and John Thompson Jr., some years Junior had that thing going, but I almost think they should play all their games on campus.
Oh,
until they build it, until they build it back to what it was, which is a fucking hard thing to do because Thompson was super elite. I don't know that it makes a lot of sense to be playing these games at the MCI Center or whatever the fuck they're calling this thing now. What is this again? The Capital One Arena. What's in your wallet? Nothing when you go to that goddamn fucking place. All right. It's like $20 a beer. Double lock on Georgetown. I'm not going to join them. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to sit this one out. Youngstown State's heading to Fairborn, Ohio.
Here we go. Beautiful.
Fairborn, Ohio.
You fucking with Bieniek?
Yeah. Wright State's laying 6. Wright State's laying 6, and you look, Youngstown. Talk about surprising.
Yeah,
they've been scoring the rock lately. I mean, when you really look at, they almost knocked off Q's at Syracuse. I know that Syracuse isn't much, but I'll take the points. I actually, by the way, this line's at 7.5 now. So this slide was made a couple hours ago. You can get Youngstown plus 7.5 right now. Should we lock this?
I'm torn. I think the game lands around 6. So I think I would probably actually lay with Wright State. I think that they're a little farther ahead than Youngstown. Youngstown's overachieved lately, but I think they come back a little bit here.
I'm taking the points, but check the picks page. I might bet that thing. Longwood, heading to Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. Longwood. I mean, they look so good out the gate, and then Lavelle Moten comes into town and pulls off the upset. Now they head to Bowie's Creek to take on these Camels, who have been a darling of ours somewhat.
Yep.
Longwood's laying 2. All right, this is one. You look, Campbell beat them by 13 the last time they played.
That game was
Is this the right spot? Is this the right spot to jump back on Longwood after after a loss that they were decently favored in against Lavelle Moten and Central?
I think so. I think Longwood's the play. Them laying points. Yeah, let's go. Lay the wood.
Let's do it. Longwood -2. Looks like the Baltimore Stallions logo back in the day, CFL.
Lay that wood.
Continuing on this journey, Davidson is heading to Philly. Take on Temple. And these Owls. Who put that in my drink? Right? Little Bill Cosby appreciation day. Isn't he out of jail?
It's going to be corruption in this game.
How did he get out of jail? That's what I want to know. How did he pull that one off? You always got a chance. That's what they say. Temple's laying 2.5. The fuck is this line? I'm taking Davidson, but I'm surprised at this line. Are you surprised at this line?
Would you think Davidson would be favored?
I thought so. especially like they have a good record. So
8-2, yeah.
Thought they would cater to that some.
I'll take Davidson. I'm not going against Temple. I'm not locking against Temple though.
Yeah, I'll take Davidson as well. Murray State is heading into Terry Holt. Get that Red Ryder BB gun. Murray State's laying 2.5. Should we bet Murray State?
I mean, they are off an overtime game. I think they are the better team, and you're getting Indiana State winners of 3 in a row. I think Murray's going to make a statement here. Let's go.
I just think they're a better team. Yeah, let's go. Double lock on these racers. Next up, we are going to Highland Heights, where the Norse have taken on my goddamn hospital. Should we do a little hospital parlay, Bieniek? A little Mercyhurst, Detroit?
I don't know if I'm as in on the other hospital on the urgent care, but this hospital, yeah, I'm gonna go to the well here with Detroit. I'll take the 12.5. The Norse, to me, haven't been as good as they've been in years past. I know that this is their conference home opener, but again, those angles kind of a little out the door with winter break now and holiday break coming into play. And Detroit's been feisty this season. I think getting double digits is criminal in the Horizon League right now. I think this league is wide open.
I do too. Mac, you with us on this?
I will battle you. Give me the Norse. Detroit's falling apart. They're banged up.
He's such a Detroit
They've
hater.
Been banged up.
I called out that Davidson one the other day and that Wright State one. They're finally coming back. They lost to Davidson by like 40. You're like, why is this line 15? Well, they lost by 40. Norse by 25.
We got a battle at Highland Heights. Dundee, Bieniek on these Titans. Mac on these Norse. All right, Bethune-Cookman's catching. Is this still 12? Let me just make sure. 12.5 I'm seeing now in Tampa. I'm on Bethune. You know me. I might even bet this. What are you doing?
I got
here?
a lot of eyes on Bethune last week. That Virginia filthy game, and then when they played my Mountaineers, they suck. I'll lay it with USF. No bet. It's a regional game.
Manhattan is heading to Staten Island. Take on Wagner. Wagner's laying 3. Give me Manhattan. Get this road dub. What are you doing here?
You know me. I love my Jaspers, especially as a dog. Yeah, I like the Jaspers here. And a little regionality, baby.
This one, you want to talk about stink. Memphis is heading to Charlottesville, Virginia.
Oh, God.
This one, I was making the slide and I was just laughing the whole fucking time. John Paul Jones Arena. I don't know how many people will be here. School's out. And if you've been to Charlottesville, they don't necessarily like sport.
Sport.
Try to find a sports bar in Charlottesville. Good luck.
That video of Colby watching his national championship pick, Arizona losing in the first round, and him saying, "I hate sport," is fucking hilarious. Because that happened, and then UVA lost to Furman within like 15 minutes of each other. Oh my God, that day was incredible.
So they played last year, and Memphis won by 23 with Tony Bennett.
Yes.
Now they're going to this stadium, which I don't know what the crowd turnout will be here. And I'm sitting there like, why is this 5.5? This is the stinkiest game of the whole fucking day. I'm still taking Memphis because I don't believe these staples can go against Memphis. And I still can be talked into a damn lock. But I'm terrified of how the hell they got this number.
Do you know who I can, on deck?
What'd you say?
What's that?
Do you know who Memphis has on deck?
Mississippi State. But still, Virginia.
Yeah, rivalry game. That's a rivalry
and
game.
Ole Miss. Yeah. And Ole Miss. They got the Mississippi's on deck.
Memphis knows what they have to do. I mean, this happens every single season. They dominate the non-con, and then they just fall asleep in conference play. And they fell asleep in the non-con against an Arkansas State team. This is Virginia. I still think they'll get up for this game because it's a high major program. And, Virginia this season against formidable competition. Tennessee, they lost by 22, 25-point loss to St. John's, 18-point loss to Florida, 12-point loss to SMU. KenPom has Memphis only favored by 4. So that's why this line is so short, and it's factoring in a 3-point home advantage for Virginia. As Colby said, not quite sure how passionate the fan base is about this season. This is kind of prior's data built into this. So, yeah, I think this is a total lock. Lock up the Tigers here.
I'll put it like this.
Virginia's going to win.
I'm staying off of the lock. But if I hit that parlay, that liquid lunch parlay, I'm betting the shit out of this game.
You should already.
Back-to-back road spot. You said Memphis does what they have to do. That's a dangerous thing to say with the Penny Hardaway team.
I just don't know how to get this number.
I explained to you how the number got there.
Penny is a dog. Back him. Penny is a favorite. Fade.
It's 5 at Circa too, and we love. I mean, Circa is one of the sharpest books out there. But
the Staples will be sharp on their home floor. They'll get a good crowd tomorrow. They'll show up for Memphis.
Bieniek.
I mean, lock battle.
Lock it up, Memphis. Right? Are you locked?
Max on Virginia.
Yeah. I'd absolutely taking Virginia.
Lock battle.
Penny off. They made a graphic about how great that win was against Clemson. This is when you fade Penny in Memphis. This is Virginia 55, Memphis 50.
I'm staying away on this one, but I'm going to sit back and watch, most likely. Or if that parlay hits, I'll be a part of it. But block battle. Bieniek with the Tigers. Mac with the Wahoos. Right. Next up, this game, quite hilarious. Miami, Ohio, heading to Burlington Coat Factory to take on Vermont. Man,
hey,
I've gotten burned.
You want an angle for this game?
What's that?
The national championship. So they'll parade the soccer team into the gym during halftime or whatever, or during the first quarter or God damn it, first half. And this place will be rocking. I can promise you that.
Should we bet? I trust they're just not there yet this year, but like John Becker has done such a good job with this program. I'm like, at what point is it going to click?
Colby, I think we should.
Yeah,
I think we should bet Vermont. They've lost 3 in a row. They've lost some tough games here. And they lost a rare home game the other day. I think that this is when they start clicking. Conference plays on the horizon. Give me Vermont. Lock it up.
Oh, man. I'll go back to the Wells because I believe that their culture does matter. And I believe this gymnasium is a legit environment, especially after winning that. Yeah.
Can I say one more thing? Because now I'm locking it. This is a revenge game from last year. Miami, Ohio hit a crazy game winner on their home floor. This is the return.
I remember that.
Home and home.
I remember that.
Give me the Cats. Lock this up. This is a smash spot now.
I like this
because they're celebrating the banner, the national championship in soccer. It's their first team sport national championship ever in school history, other than skiing, and revenge game. Yeah, give me Vermont.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Triple lock on these Cats. Shout out to E Paris too. So what's up, guys? The best podcast for sports betting, hands down. The daily breakdowns are unmatched with information and dissection. All 3 of you do a great job constantly. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being kind enough to take some time out of your day and write that. You know, 'tis the season to be jolly, they say, Mac.
Yes.
You want to get rich?
Is LIU playing tomorrow?
It's a short one. Well, let me tell you. The fucking Long Island Sharks are playing. The Mount St. Mary's, they call them the fucking Mount. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to come up to Brooklyn and push this Shark team around? Get the fuck out of here. I tell you this right now. The Sharks are going to be mounting some broads back at the old Econo Lodge after this one because the Sharks are swimming heavy. It's the holiday season. You know, Brooklyn's always great during our fucking holidays. This one, my sister Teresa's going to be at a casserole. We're going to have it going pregame. And look, we don't got to worry about the fucking bus driver missing the goddamn stadium because there is no fucking bus driver here. We're there, all right? Maybe a little bit, actually, Long Island to fucking Brooklyn. But you know what I mean? The campus is it's at both, I guess. I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. But this is a smash spot. Mount St. Mary's, they've been playing good all year. They didn't cover last game, so they're dead to me. Meanwhile, the Sharks, they always cover. They go to Columbia, Missouri. They cover. Peter Luger's. It's going to stay open late. Just make sure you take the Sharks on the money line. Don't go for the 2.5 bullshit. Take the fucking money line. Calzones for everyone. Bada bing, bada boom. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll join you. Let's go. Let's bet LIU. Back at home, off some of these tough road games, but they've been covering. I think they win this one outright. They get right here. They end the losing streak.
Double lock on these fucking Sharks. Look at this Mount logo. What the fuck is that? What are we looking at here? Look at a fucking beautiful shark swimming. It's got yellow shit on the fucking top of the shark from the pollution, from the beautiful pollution that New York City gives out. Yeah, love the Sharks here. Let's go. Next up, the American Eagles are heading to Philadelphia. Take on these St. Joe's Hawks. 12 points. We got to lock American. I'm not fucking laying 12 with St. Joe's. Let's lock American. I'm going there. Give me the 12. Fly high with the Eagles. Get this St. Joe's bullshit out of here. What are you doing here?
I'm staying away. They've had 2 weeks off, American. They have not played since that GW game 2 weeks ago. I'll lay it with St. Joe's, but I'm not battling you here.
I'll lock it up. Elon heading to Johnson City, Tennessee to take on ETSU. ETSU's laying 4.5. I could be talking to betting ETSU minus 4.5 here.
Yeah, Elon coming in red hot, but I think ETSU is I think they're the much better team, better roster, better athletes, and they've lost 3 in a row. But they all were on the road. Back in Johnson City, it's a roll spot here. Let's go. Let's go Buccaneers.
Double lock on these Buccaneers. Lay the 4.5. Moving along. The real Blue Devil. We got a battle of just good friends of mine. This is a tough one here, man. The real Blue Devils are heading to Fairfield, Connecticut to take on last year's best team in Connecticut, Fairfield. God loves Stags. And I think the line is telling you here that we got to take Fairfield. I'm not betting this game. What's that?
I want to bet Fairfield. They're fucking good at home, man. I'll get him. I'll take a short home dog here. Give me Fairfield. Lock it up.
I'm just going to take Fairfield to sit this one out, but I can't wait to watch it. Moneyline Mac, lock it up. The Stags. All right. This is a rivalry game here. If you don't know, the Capital Classic, one of the more legendary football rivalries. Richmond heading to Williamsburg, Virginia. William and Mary laying 3.5. I am on the Spiders, and I can be talked into a lock here because I think they're better than William and Mary. What are you doing here?
Why is Bill and Mary favored by 3.5 though?
One of Mac's favorite angles, too. Bill and Mary's last game was on the 4th, so 14 days ago.
Yeah.
I was thinking because Richmond's winless on the road and William and Mary is undefeated at home.
I like Richmond. I know what I'm getting with Mooney. I think they get up here.
We should bet Richmond.
Let's do it outright. This is one.
Yeah, play the money line. Just play the money line with the Spiders.
Maybe I'll go this game. I don't know yet.
It's a fire slate tomorrow, though, Mac.
Yeah, I know, dude. If this was on like a Friday or Monday, I would definitely go because Bill and Mary's about an hour away, if that.
This is another good game here. Florida Gulf Coast heading into Wilmington. I went to this game a couple years ago. Wilmington is laying 6.5. I'm taking the points. Dude, you could talk me into a wager on Gulf Coast because they're 3-7, but they are better than their record, man. I mean, what?
Old, though. Like,
didn't they? Yeah, the Furman game, they lose by 3. They lose to LSU by 9. They lose to Drake by 2. I mean, come on, dude. They're so much better than the record.
Wilmington won at Gulf Coast last year by 16. I'm laying it with Wilmington. I like taking Wilmington at home, and they're off a loss at Howard.
The crowd does show up there. I'm taking Gulf Coast, though. I think Gulf Coast can play with them. Give me the points. You betting this?
Probably not.
Lafayette is catching 11 at the Colonials of George Washington. George Washington's laid 11. I mean, stop. Just stop.
Give
me the
11.
They're
the king of the phony covers, though. I'm not betting against them anymore.
I'm taking Lafayette in 11. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it. They're good on this 10.5 number. I just have that fucking Army game still in my mind.
Next up, Austin Peay to Governors heading to Athens, Ohio. Ohio's laying 13 points.
Ooh, buddy, this is a freaking big line.
I bet Austin Peay the other day, though, getting a big number, and they got absolutely fucking destroyed. What game was that?
Yeah.
I think it was the Samford one. Or maybe it was ETSU, one of the two. I'm taking Austin Peay, no bet.
I'm going to lay with Ohio. The Govs got him in Clarksville last year. I think Ohio gets it done, wins by 15.
Northeastern is heading to Amherst, Massachusetts, take on Frank Martin and UMass. UMass laying 1.5. The over-under at 149.5. Give me the Minutemen here. I will lay the 1.5 here.
Go back to the well here. I fade Northeastern on the road. They're giving me a reason to bet on Frank one more time. Let's go, Minutemen. This is.
I like it. I like the spot.
Yeah. It should be a good matchup. I mean, they have better athletes, but they got to make a fucking jump shot.
Were the other two regional little brothers good matchups too? Central Connecticut and UMass Lowell.
Central Connecticut's more athletic than Northeastern. UMass Lowell is.
How do we feel more confident in the Minutemen here today?
I don't think they're going to lose 3 in a row to these guys. That's. I mean, they beat Harvard, they beat NJIT, they got a couple wins regional. I just don't think they're going to lose 3 in a row.
I mean, Frank Martin's calling out his team publicly. That doesn't get them the work. They only beat NJIT by 12, and then they lose 2 straight right after that. I don't think this UMass.
They're going to get better. They're going to get better. He's too good a coach to just be a dud the whole year.
Do we have a battle?
Yeah.
I'm taking a battle here. Northeastern's defense is pretty good under Cohen this season, and UMass can't make a shot for their lives right now. 306th in effective field goal percentage, second worst team in the country in shooting 3-ball at the line. They're 327th. Yeah, Huskies. They've been the better team this year.
Yeah,
I'm going to battle you too.
Let's go.
I'm going to battle you too. Let's go. Gundy, Mac on the Minutemen, Bieniek on the Huskies. Let's go.
For the Bean Pot.
Shout out to Joey Jack. What's that? What did he say?
I said for the Bean Pot. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know if they do a bean pot for basketball, but it's a big thing in hockey.
Xavier is heading into Hartford, Connecticut.
No.
With no Zach Freemantle. UConn's laying 13.5. I'm taking Xavier in the points. What are you doing here? I could be talking to a lock.
I definitely think Xavier's the right side. I mean, we have not had UConn's won 3 emotional-ass games in a row. They go to Hinkle on Saturday. That's not a big look ahead, but I think UConn wins by 11. Let's go. Let's take Xavier.
I think UConn wins by 10.
Yeah.
Let's bet Xavier.
Xavier in the points.
Double lock on these Musketeers. Next up, Mercer's heading to Charlotte to take on Queens. Queens is laying 1. Give me Queens all day. Might even bet this. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think we should bet Queens. Home team. They're good at home. I like Grant Leonard's team.
Let's do it.
Hey.
Bieniek.
No. Go ahead. Play your music. I only jumped in here because I was getting ready to place this. And shop around. Northeastern, you can get them at 2.5 or 3. So I got shorted out of a point and a half.
Oh, no. Why is that line?
Yeah, this slide was made whenever Colby made it. Yeah.
Shit. Why do we have the CLV? God damn it.
2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, I made these slides.
What was Bieniek trying to pick it at? 2.5. He's trying to throw a 3 out there. 3's like minus.
Where's he getting this?
I said or 3 because it's circa, and I don't have access to circa. But 2.5 is what I got.
UMBC is heading into Hot Atlanta.
We got the CLV, Colby. We got the CLV on UMass. We're screwed
now. Georgia Tech's laying 13.5. I think we should actually lay it. Normally, I love taking the mid-majors against Damon Stoudemire, but I think this is one I actually think we should lay it.
God, they've been so bad, haven't they?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
That higher right. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. It's fucking NBA guys. Yeah. Georgia Tech. Lay it.
Southern Utah is heading into Edinburgh, Texas. Take on the Mexicans. Mexicans laying 2.5. Let's bet the Mexicans.
Yeah, I like it. Back-to-back road spot for Southern Utah. Actually 3 straight, but double road trip. I think Rio Grande gets it done down there at the border. Let's go.
Double lock on UTRGV. Let's go. My team this year, man. You get season tickets next year. This is another one that you could talk me into. UAB is laying 21.5 against Alabama A&M, but with the way they just lost, I feel I'm going to lay it, but I know this was an 11-point game a year ago, but I just feel like they need an impressive performance. I'm going to lay it. No bet. What are you doing here?
Yeah, who did they just have an impressive one? Prairie View. It feels like it could be that game. I'll lay it, but God, I don't want to bet them again. I hate them.
Next up, Evansville's heading to Arlington, Texas. Take on these Mavericks. Mavericks laying 7.5. I'm going to lay it. I think they're going to put it on Evansville. What are you doing here?
I agree. I like fading Evansville on the road.
Next up, Toledo heading to Houston, Texas. Houston's laying 29.5 points.
Good Lord.
You know what? No, I'll lay it, actually. I was thinking about taking it.
Yeah. Toledo's not the same team this year. Houston fringe lock.
They'll be good in conference play. Give them time. But right now they're kind of dragging it.
Yeah, I kind of think this should be a big time beatdown. Hopefully Houston keeps their foot on the pedal.
2 losses to Horizon League foes is not really Kowalczyk's style. So this team is just not great right now.
To counter Andrew's point in the chat, Houston has been good in the bye games outside of Troy the last game. They have fucked up basically everybody in their bye games.
I mean, shit. The most recent one against Troy was super impressive, only holding them to 42. And Hofstra, they beat them 80-44. Both of those are really good mid-majors.
Should we bet Houston?
I'm betting
Let's
Houston.
bet Houston.
It's a system play at this point against these high games.
Let's double lock these Houston Cougs. Lay the 29.5 against a Toledo squad that's not normally like Toledo. So let's go. Shout out to Mike in the chat. She's gonna have to restart the show there you go. Appreciate you. Yeah. Hit that like and subscribe button, folks. Once again, if we don't get to 15,000 in the next 13 days by the new year, when that ball drops, if we're not at 15,000, we're unplugging. It's like Y2K. It's like your biggest fear with Y2K. The computers aren't going to be able to handle the clocks going to the year 2000, right? Everything's going to be unplugged.
Get a 28.5 too. FanDuel for Houston.
Even better. Get on over there.
Come on, man. We got to average like 60 a day. 60 a day. That's all we need.
900 people away. So look, you're going to meet up for the holidays. Just grab your uncle's phone, taking your son to sit on Santa's lap, talking to some people in line. You know what I mean? Tell Santa, jump on, tell him I know a way where you cannot be Santa next year. Tail these guys, tail Dundee and Mac, and I guarantee you don't have these pissant kids sitting on your lap, sneezing in your fucking face. But anyway,
rig the system. Yeah, they're gonna unplug us, so we better get there.
What are we doing? Hit that like and subscribe button. Oh
fucking
man,
gas kid.
Why unplug if not 15,000? Because we are a failure, and all of the shows
I'm pulling.
They're showing more. They're paying more money. If you have 15,000 followers or subscribers, then YouTube's gonna let you pass. If not, they're charging you more money. Let's go. Let's go. YouTube.com/the college experience.
This was good.
Hit that like and subscribe. There you go. If you haven't seen Three Amigos, what are you doing with your life? All right.
Chris Anderson saying that January 1st, the college basketball experience is going to be hosted by Troy Tuning, Patty C, Jose, and Noah's LeBaron. So I responded with,
they'll be doing it from your LeBaron.
Probably. But yeah, that was a great post. I saw.
Shout out to Josh. I appreciate Josh saying, "Motherfucker, I subscribed my wife, my daughter, her pretend boyfriend, my burner account, my dead grandpa's account." Let's go. Rig the system.
We're here to inform you that TCE is not going anywhere. If we don't get the 15K, Troy is definitely in to host with Patty, Jose, and Noah's LeBaron. So the show's not going to go anywhere.
The show might not go anywhere, but you won't have the talent of Moneyline Mac, myself, Bieniek. We're all gone. All right.
Yep. Troy. Which there's nothing wrong with Troy. Troy's awesome.
And like I said, then we're gonna be, like the early stages
Pure Ruckus
of hip-hop,
TV asking for White Tiger to host. He wanted to host
White Tigers
the show.
White Tigers, he's with me here. So we're gonna be underground. We'll occasionally meet up at your local dive bar in random cities to talk about college hoops, but it's gonna be hard to find us. I'm just telling you.
Cannabis Capper's asking for a Julio show.
All right, let's jump back to these games. That's a lock though on those Houston Cougs. Shout out to Cannabis Capper. Tarleton State's heading to Stillwater, take on these Cowboys. Cowboy against Cowboy. I got one guy's riding a purple horse. The other guy's got a mean mustache that says, "Hey, fuck you." All right.
Shall we fade Gillespie off his Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'll lay the points with Oklahoma State. No, I'm not locking it though. I don't like laying 21.5 with Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'll lay with OK State. I may talk myself into it by tomorrow, but yeah, it's Tarleton's on the right side here.
Next up, these logos right here. When I was building this slide, this was just like, man, this is beautiful. It's a fucking masterpiece. Put this up in the goddamn Hall of Fame. All right, put this up at the Naismith. What is it? The Hall of Fame? James Naismith's fucking grandkid's house. I don't fucking know. Springfield, Massachusetts. Put this up there. This should be there. Mississippi Valley State is catching 36.5 against North Texas. North Texas only scores like 38 points a game.
Oh,
guys!
Shout out to Josh.
I locked Mississippi Valley State against Kansas State. I'm 1-0 betting the Delta Devils. I'm taking you back to it. As Colby said, North Texas this season, their highest point total is 80. It came against Evansville. They also beat Wayland Baptist 80-38. It's an NAIA school. They only beat an NAIA school by 42. They somehow survived against D2 Texas Wesleyan when they were losing in the second half for a good bit of that, a good chunk of that second half. They only beat Texas Wesleyan 73-66. They have lost back-to-back games. I expect this to be a little bit of a stomp spot after more than a week off here. But 36.5 is fucking absurd.
We got to bet the Delta Devils. This is it.
Yes. Back to the well.
The total is 122.5. The total is 122.5.
Look, if
North Texas
you can get,
I'll lay it. No bet. I'm not betting this.
Look, I'm betting this. Yeah,
I'll bet this.
Mississippi's. Yeah. All we're asking is 44 points because North Texas equals their season total. Though. Yes, but if North Texas equals their season total, that's 80 points. All we need is 44.
They're talking too much shit on Twitter.
They did hold Wayland Baptist to 38. I'm with you. I know. Double lock.
But that was an NAIA school. So.
Double lock on Valley State.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
So here's the teams that Mississippi Valley State scored 44 points or more against. Iowa State, Kansas State, Utah, Santa Barbara, Liberty. We can do this.
I believe it. We can do it. We can do it. I can't believe I just bet that game.
And one more thing. Bet it before it tips because it'll probably go up.
Yeah. Northern Illinois is heading to Normal, Illinois. Northern Illinois, by the way, on the verge. Their football team is going to join the MAC. And I think their basketball program, the Summit and the Horizon, is fighting over Northern Illinois right now.
Why?
Mac, I saw this line and thought we got to bet Northern Illinois, right?
It definitely seems like the right spot. Just because Illinois State is coming off that big win against St. Louis. They got a trip to Cornell coming up, but it kind of feels like a sleepy spot. Northern Illinois loses by 13.
Let's bet it.
Let's go.
These Huskies. And may I throw out a potential state of Illinois parlay. But before we do that, we have Wofford heading to St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis is laying 7.5 points. I am taking Wofford in the points. What are you doing here?
Oh, I like St. Louis here. Bounce back off that disappointing game. I think Wofford's way overrated.
I'll take Wofford in the points. No bet. You're betting this?
Yeah, play my music. St. Louis by double digits.
St. Louis minus 7.5 from Moneyline Mac. All right, part of my Illinois parlay, Northern Illinois with Bradley, because San Francisco won their game against Loyola in Milwaukee. I am betting Bradley minus 1.5 here. Let's go. You in?
Yeah, this is at Carver. I'm not going against Bradley at Carver and Peoria. So, yeah, all over Bradley. Let's go. Maybe favorite play of the day.
Double lock. Shout out to AOD. He goes, man, I'm drunk as shit. Let's go.
Nice.
Cheers to you. Yeah. Tis the season. Canisius is heading to Chicago as well. We can do it. You can do a 3. No, I can't bet on. I can't lay 24.5 with Loyola Chicago. Give me Canisius. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it, but I ain't betting it. Canisius is so fucking bad.
The Citadel is heading to Nashville, Tennessee to take on these Doors. They're catching 29.5 points. I am taking the Citadel. This line's crazy, man. What are you doing here?
Don't fuck around with these SEC teams in the bye games. They kill these teams. I ain't going against them anymore. I'm done trying to fade the SEC on these bye games or just games in general. I'll lay it.
Appalachian State's heading to Lafayette, Louisiana. This one made me hesitate, man. We've gotten burned on Louisiana a couple times. They cashed for us once.
Yeah. Let's go back to him.
I think Louisiana's the play here, right?
Yeah, I don't trust App State on the road either.
Me too.
Yeah. Give me Louisiana one more time. The Cajun Dome. I refuse to take
double lock.
Fucking bad. And
double lock on Louisiana.
It's a conference opener.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. New season for the Raging Cajuns.
This game had me hesitate, and I had to go to both. I was looking off of the Score app and then ESPN, and then I said, "Is this accurate?" I had to go to both teams' websites to make sure this was accurate. Alabama.
This is the Grant Nelson going back to his home state or where he started playing college ball.
So it was like part of the NIL thing. He's like, "Hey,
I don't know. He played for North Dakota State, but yeah,
weird." Alabama, it's awesome though. I think it's great for the sport. I wish more teams would do this. Because if you're in Grand Forks,
North Dakota,
if you're in Grand Forks, North Dakota, like this is your chance to see Alabama. I think I personally, when you play a 30-game season, like I can understand some of the argument in college football when it's a 12-game season. Every team should do this. Every team should do this. I think this is great for the sport.
They'll point to Rutgers losing in Kennesaw and say, "Yeah, maybe not the best idea to do it." But
every team did it, it would be okay, right? But
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Shout out to Lavelle, 3 new subscribers. Appreciate you, Lavelle.
There we go.
I mean, North Dakota was so bad last year. They're kind of fun this year, but they're playing Alabama. Give me the points because it's the sympathy play. They're going to call off the dogs. Give me the points. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm locking North Dakota. Alabama just got done playing Creighton, North Carolina, Oregon, Rutgers, Houston, Illinois, Purdue, all in a row. This is the one that they're going to sleepwalk through and win by, 18? Give me North Dakota. Let's go.
Money line, Mac. I might, you know what? I'll join you just because I want to watch it. I want to see the fan turn up. I want to see. Yeah. Let's go. Give me North Dakota as well. Butler. I got another lock here. Butler's getting 14.5 at Marquette. I'm taking the 14.5 with Butler. I think Marquette wins by 8 or 9. Give me the 14.5 at Thad Matta. Mac?
Butler won at Marquette a couple years ago. Remember that?
Last year, was it, right?
Was it last year or 2 years ago? Yeah, I like Butler a lot here. I think they're live in this game. They play up to their competition. They play down, like you said.
Yeah. I had this one circled right from the start. I was like, whoa, give me this. 14.5 is too much. All right. Michigan is in Charlotte, North Carolina, of all places. They're laying 2.5 against Porter Moser and undefeated Oklahoma. I think this is where Oklahoma goes down. I know you've been projecting this for like the past week. You've been eating crow. This is where I had this one circled. I think Michigan's going to beat them. I think Michigan gets them. I'm laying the 2.5. I think the line is telling you this. Give me Michigan to win by 4. Mac?
Let's go. Let's go, Blue. Give me Michigan. Give me Michigan. They already lost to the SEC at Arkansas. They almost came all the way back. I think this is the one they get done. Let's go. They're laying points for a reason.
Bieniek?
I don't feel tremendously good on the side here in this game, but of course I'm going to be watching it. And like I said, for the underdog promo, there was a reason why I felt pretty good about taking some overs on player props for Oklahoma. That's because I think this is going to be a pretty fast-paced game. I've watched Michigan pretty much every game. They're out of control with the tempo. Turnovers are crazy, but the games are high-scoring. Oklahoma this season, 4 games against power conference competition. The only game that did not go over this total was the Oklahoma State game. All 3 neutral site games, Providence, Arizona, and Louisville didn't go over. But I just think Michigan's going to try to make this a little bit of a track meet. Oklahoma hasn't played these type of games yet this season, and I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game because Michigan's defense, I still think, is a little bit suspect. So give me a game in the high 150s, 160s, another cocktail napkin total play. We're going for 5-0 this season.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you were going to triple lock this with us.
I don't feel so great about the side here.
Mac, you want to bet this?
Yeah, I'll bet Michigan.
Let's bet this.
Line's
Wolverines
solid.
-2.5. Let's go. Double lock.
The one angle I think you could have is I think Michigan's going to have more in the building than Oklahoma.
Oh, way more.
Just based off
yeah.
of the first 2 years of this Jordan Invitational.
Yeah.
One of my favorite comments yesterday where they were talking shit on our page was, all these guys do is just pick games. Fuck. They're just picking games. You just summed up the whole show.
Thanks for tuning in, dumbass.
I just love that. He's like, what the fuck? You guys are just picking games. Yeah. That's what our blueprint was on this show. Hey, what if we do this show? We just pick games. That's how, look, I'm no savant over here. I'm just sitting here and I was like, hey, Mac, actually, before Mac came on board, I was like, what if I just pick games and I hit record? And that's how the show started. So your assessment was 100% accurate. And if only life could be so simple. Idaho is heading to Davis, California. Davis laying 6. Jim Lesson Company. Dude, I keep getting burned on Idaho this year, man.
I know.
I like Andrew's content strategy here. He goes, stop fucking picking games. Maybe that helps.
Let's talk about nothing.
Yeah. Well, you know, let's just talk. You been to Davis, California? They got a lot of money in Davis, California.
Talk about the space program. Talk about the space program. Yeah, give me I'll lay it. I'm done with the Idaho experience for now.
Me too. I'll lay it too. No bet.
Just lean. No picks, just lean. Lean everywhere.
I think we should bet this. I think Arizona's going to destroy Samford tomorrow. I think we should lay the 19.5.
The line is telling, but goddamn this Arizona team. This is going to be a chaotic pace. I'm with you. I think Arizona wins by 20 plus. Let's go. Wildcats.
Double lock these Wildcats. Let's go.
W-I-L-D. Cats. W-I-L-D. Wildcats.
Oh, Hitler. He's in Spokane, Washington. Nichols is headed to the kennel. Hitler, he made lots of trips to the kennel to get those damn German shepherds on board with his attack. All right. And so maybe if anyone can get it done, it's the Fighting Hitlers of Nichols. We got to take the Zags. They've lost back-to-back games.
Hitler's about to get run over tomorrow night. Yeah, lock up the Zags. I think they're going to destroy them. They are due for a get-right spot. They have not played
a
home game in forever, it feels like.
Yeah, let's
do
it.
A true home game, that is.
Lay the big-ass number with the Zags. The Blitzkrieg will get defeated in Spokane. All right. VCU. What the hell is this, by the way?
At the Pit.
They're not losing back-to-back games at the Pit, right? Did they play one in between? I don't think they did they?
Listen, VCU's good. They're getting fucked.
They played
drilled.
Western New Mexico. Yeah.
They're getting drilled tomorrow night.
Yeah.
The Pit.
One of the ones that just lit up to me. New Mexico's going to fuck up VCU. Lay the 3. Double-digit loss. This one's going to be pretty brutal. Bieniek?
I'm not locking this. I have a question for you guys, though. New Mexico 347th in perimeter defense against the 3-ball. VCU takes the 12th most 3-pointers in the country. Interesting, something to watch for tomorrow's game there.
Can they make shots at the Pit? Because this is their first true road game, and I don't think that they'll make shots at a high clip on the road. First game.
High altitude game too.
Precisely why I'm not betting it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think you should be betting it. You should be betting on New Mexico because they're going to fuck them up. Let's go. Next up, Utah Valley. It's heading to Pocatello to take on Bieniek's boys, the Bengals of Idaho State. Give me Utah Valley. I don't trust this Idaho State. What are you doing here?
Bieniek should have a play on this, shouldn't he?
I like the Wolverines, too.
He came in all hot there. Give me Idaho State. No bet.
Kennesaw State's in Santa Clara taking on the Broncos. Santa Clara's laying 13.5. No. Give me Kennesaw on the points. This is a sleepy game for them. What are you doing here?
I was going to say, Santa Clara's been playing really, really well lately. This kind of feels like we should bet Kennesaw. Yeah. They're playing really well. Too. I'll see you later. Yeah, Fringe.
I'm up. I'll jump into that.
Yeah,
Montana State. Yeah, it stinks a little bit. Montana State's heading to Riverside, California, where the Highlanders. I almost said the Bears. The Highlanders are laying 1.5. Give me Riverside. Fun game. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it feels like a side you take the home team here. I will. I'll ride with Riverside. I like you said, I like both these teams.
Yeah, I might end up betting this too. Tell you the truth, it's fringe. If I'm up on the day, I'm gonna spray the board on some of these late games. Bakersfield's heading to Portland, Oregon. Bakersfield's a 1.5 point favorite. No, give me Portland. What are you doing here?
I'll take Portland as well. I'll dog it up here with the Pilots.
This game we should talk about. Shout out to Mike. Dundee knows these Cali teams. Let's go. I do. I'm a bit, Bieniek behind the scenes calls me a Big West specialist. That's what it's. He's like, that's that Big West specialist Dundee. What were you gonna say here?
Is this like a challenge? It feels like we got a lot of WCC Big West matchups going on.
Oh,
maybe
you might be right.
Yeah, I'm checking. Actually,
right.
ESPN's lazy ass app is actually pretty good at that. No, they don't have it labeled.
I like Santa Barbara here, and actually, this line's gone up to LMU. LMU's favored by 2.5. I think Santa Barbara gets them here.
Santa Barbara is struggling recently. Yeah, I like Santa Barbara here. I like fading Loyola. They're not very good.
I mean, they needed a buzzer beater against Prairie View. I would say that's struggling too.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'll take the 2.5. I'm probably going to bet this. You want to bet this?
Can they beat him back-to-back years there? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Barbara.
UC Santa Barbara plus 2.5. Bet this. Only a few games left, folks, and Northridge is heading to, well, probably, I guess, out of the valley, over, taking the 405 to the 10, right into downtown LA to the Galen Center to take on USC. And I'm taking Northridge. And I was thinking about this, Mac. It's not crazy to play the money line here.
No, it's not. I mean, USC, they just got up and beat the shit out of Montana State and Washington. I think they come back down a little bit here. I'm going to lock up Northridge as a dog.
I'm with you. Give me the points in Northridge. I don't even think it's that. I mean, what is it? Plus 420, I think it is.
It's funny Colby brings this up, too, because once upon a time in 2023, on the date December 19th, so just one day after what would be the day this game's played, Northridge beat, UCLA. Outright.
That's what I'm saying. You get these little brothers that are super chippy, and you watch USC, and they're just like, they're all over the place. Some days they look pretty good. Some days they look fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I think they could be live. It's not a crazy money line sprinkle there. Next up, Portland State is in Stockton, California, taking on Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
This is I think one of the hardest games of the night to cap. I'm going to take Pacific minus 3.5. What are you doing here?
No bet. Yeah, I'll take Pacific. No bet. They've lost 3 in a row. Get right at home.
And then we have the Apple Cup to end the night. They should still be in the same conference. You filthy, filthy pieces of shit. They should still be in the same conference. They should still play twice a year. And they should be conference games. I'm locking up Washington State here. They're catching 2.5. I'm taking it on the money line. I think they're better than Washington. Let's go. What are you doing here? Are you riding with this droopy-ass dog? Doesn't know what the hell's going on.
I think this is the get-right spot for Sprinkle and company. Give me the Huskies. Lock it up at home. They're going to get up for this spot. Had 7 days.
Bieniek just going to sit behind the scenes on the Apple Cup.
Yeah, I'm not going to get any action in this one. Obviously, we're watching this. This is the last game of the night. Show probably starts a little bit later tomorrow as well. To me personally, I like Wazoo a little bit more this year as well. I'm in the same boat as Colby, but I don't know. I don't love it, so I'm not going to play it.
Now we got a problem.
Whoa. We got a battle in the Apple Cup, final game of the night. Dundee on the Cougs. Mac on these droopy-ass Huskies. All right, that game's on Fox Sports 1, by the way, and I expect everyone to watch that one. That is homework. That's our show. Best 3 plays of the night.
By the way, for those TMZers that will just fast forward to the end of the show just for the favorite plays, Colby, if you want to do that pitch one more time.
Yes. Subscribe to the college basketball experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. If we do not get, we see the numbers, 40% or 30, high 30s that watch this show are not subscribed. It kills us. All you got to do is do that. One of my favorites is we have a couple assholes that watch the show, talk a ton of shit. They say the show sucks, but they do it every day, which is totally fine in my book because you're totally helping us out. But why not just go one step further? Hit that like and subscribe. If we don't get the 15K by January 1st, show will never it'll be like Police Academy when they lost Gutenberg, or there's been a lot of shows where they replaced the lead actor, or the movies or shows. And they try to. Did you see the second Total Recall with Colin Farrell? You don't want to watch that. All right. That doesn't matter how many hot chicks.
The show doesn't suck. Mac sucks.
That guy's a jackass. Go fuck yourself, Mac. Jack fuck. Sleep over
so
you.
Get on over there. John says your show sucks, but I'm going to watch it every day. Yes, that's the type of energy I want. Call me a gap-toothed pile of shit, but just watch it every day. Hit that like and subscribe button. Top 3 plays of the night. Let's go. This is always so hard, right? Let's go. Bieniek, do you have yours ready?
Yeah, I'm diving all the way in. Memphis -5 in Charlottesville against Virginia. Memphis plays good in the non-conference. That's just what they do every single season. They are not going to I don't think they're taking Virginia lightly just because they've been a really good program lately. And a road game, I think they will play good and play hard. And it's not a type of game that they'll sleepwalk through. So I think that one's a double-digit win for the Tigers there. I've talked myself more and more into this play after this show and talking about it here. Vermont -3.5. I really like that as a smash. You have the national championship probably celebration during this game, and also Vermont's just so due, and it's a revenge game after last year's buzzer-beating shot win that Miami, Ohio had against the Cats. So I really like that Vermont play. And for my third, I'm between 2, and Mac's going to hate one, or it's going to be the other one's so disgusting. I'm going to go to the one that Mac's going to hate. I'm going to take Northeastern +3 against Frank Martin and UMass. So they've already lost 2 of these little brother regional battles against UMass Lowell and Central Connecticut. So I have seen nothing to make me not want to bet this one too. So Northeastern +3, money line it too.
Oh, there we go. I'm going to TMZ this one. These are the ones that just stood out me right from the start. And maybe I'm diving into some stink here, but Bradley, New Mexico, and Butler are my 3 favorite plays. Arizona would be a 4th. When I first looked at the card, those 4 jumped out to me, but I just wonder how many people are thinking that same thing.
You liked Michigan a lot too, right?
I do like Michigan a lot too. Mac, fire.
I have New Mexico, Bradley, and Noah, UMass.
I love this.
I thought about Vermont, but we all gave out Vermont. I'm not going to give out Vermont again. Vermont's up there for me. Michigan's up there, but UMass is going to fuck up Northeastern. Let's go. They're going to make some jump shots. They're going to make some jump shots tomorrow, and they're going to win by 20.
Folks, that is our show. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Don't forget about our parlays. The Illinois double parlay of Northern Illinois and the likes of Bradley. And don't forget about our liquid lunch parlay, which is a money line play, by the way, of Albany parlayed with fucking Dartmouth. And don't forget also, if you want to make $1,000 for doing nothing, check out our college football playoff bracket pool. It's free to enter, bozos. So, I mean, just trying to give someone $1,000. Once again, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CFP to enter. All you got to do is pick the games and the totals, or the side of the total there for each and every game, and the best record will win $1,000. Check out the college football experience, the FCS college football experience, the college baseball experience, the Big 12 experience, the Ryan and Rush show, sports gambling podcast, all that good stuff. Check it all out. Bottom line bombs with the bet detective, CJ Sullivan. Till next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
I know I'm out of my mind. I've lost my mind. I'm just ahead of my time.
first was hell without vodka. I pop up in spots, they screaming, you clockwork. I'm dilated, but fuck off, I ain't doing it. Before Weatherman dropped, they thought I might have ruined it. Elusive, I just deny rumors. Smile and give punchlines with dry humor. See what the future brings. In 03, I got on MTV. Time is bug, that's the message I'm sending them. Sign with Slug and survive beef with Eminem. I mention different events in my sentences. It's dangerous to reminisce or remember it. And still it's evidence, check 1, 2, 1, 2. Less punches and spit what I've been through. I stayed here, got booed, but kept rapping. The same year got sued by Kurt Matlin. I just had in my time. I know I'm out of my mind. Look, I know where I come from and know who I started with, but trying to split a check 8 ways, that's the hardest shit. And I ain't starving shit, I had to get my own. So I ain't trying to hear that bullshit you on. Like you love my brothers, my crew more than I do. Anytime I make a change, I gotta run it by you. I wish I would give a fuck. I was broke in the hood on the porch and some chucks. The first one saying Mid-City on these records. And make the world respect it. Cloverdale, 1300 block moving. Sunshine bomb bitches, that's how we do it. And what you doing, man? You shoveling snow, throwing coke up your nose. You in love with the blow? Oops. Think I'm dissing my own crew, but I love the living legends. I was talking about you. I know I'm out of my mind. I've lost my mind. I just had in my time. I know I'm out of my mind.